What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show. Jim with J Money. We back. It's another day. It's Wednesday. We're trying to get to some money in the NBA, man. I'm your host, J Money. That's my guy, Jordan Sharp. Make sure you guys go to sbrpicks.com/NBA and check out all the NBA articles that we have over there. Like I said, we trying to get to some cheddar today, Jordan. What's up, bro? How was your day yesterday?
It was a good day yesterday. I think probably one of the better days just combined for the show in general. Just we were pretty much spot on almost everything we talked about yesterday. I think it was somewhat crazy. I think if you've been watching the show long enough, you know that like when the three of us, when juniors on the show, agree on something, usually means it's a plus value play. And the Brooklyn Nets were absolutely that yesterday. That was a pretty fun one to watch there. When we were talking, we pretty much clicked and all said the same thing, that we're not ready to trust this Utah Jazz team. And sure enough, that happened. The Lakers barely cruised by. The Grizzlies were a great first quarter, first half bet, like I was talking about. I know the Wolves probably made you sweat a little bit there in that one for a little bit, but they ended up getting the covers, so that was good. And then obviously Spurs won outright, Bulls won outright. All the underdogs were just live yesterday. And if you watched the show, I hope you made some money yesterday. I cashed my prop bet on DeJounte Murray. We're moving on to today.
Gotcha. Yeah, no sweat for me. No sweat at all for me, man. Final score, only thing mattered to me. I was looking at it late in that game, but I knew that, you know what I'm saying? I knew they weren't for pull away. Keep in mind, I had 11 on the show. I had that plus 12 in my pocket, hit that a couple of times. No sweat from me, my guys. Timberwolves get the cash on that one, plus to double-digit dog. We know the little revenge spot, end up losing by 7, give up 123 points. They go down 123, 116. The Nets, man, come on. I'm sorry. People on the Jazz was betting that game like they knew the final score already. Like I say, I know it went to Jazz minus 2.5. Then you're going up to 4.5, 5. It's just disrespecting the Nets. You're looking at the spot that they're in, absolute must win. Not to harp on it too much, but oh my God, everybody was on the Jazz. It was an absolute bloodbath. Down by 2. Kyrie had more points than the Jazz in the first quarter.
Yeah, the Kyrie prop was easy money last night. We talked about it, I believe.
Nah, I'm moving my mic and shit. My bad. But 9 for 9 start for Kyrie, absolutely cooking. Francine, he didn't even have the headband on out there. But hey, my guys smack him up 130-96. It was never a game. Wire to wire win. I absolutely love them, man. I'm sorry. It just makes me feel good. But can't get too high. Can't get too high, guys. Can't gas up too much. But Lakers, they can barely get past the Grizzlies there. I believe we talked about that one as well. Grizzlies plus the points, home dog, little revenge spot. I was mad that I didn't have something on that one, man. Yeah, I was mad. And LeBron, while he doing all this to Dylan Brooks, you're doing this versus the Grizzlies, bro. Stop it. You stop all that, man. You really kind of traveled anyway. The Spurs, I did have a little something on the Spurs. That was just a little personal play. Right when I saw that Aldridge coming in, then PG sitting, I said, I got to put something here plus the points. The Spurs end up winning that one outright. The Clippers kind of came back, surged back, but the Spurs, you had to look at the spot. They lost, 3, 4 in a row. They're coming. Nobody likes to lose forever, guys. Bulls outright win. That was crazy right there. They was down 20. That was one where if you had the Bulls, you sweating. I had a little something on the Bulls there plus the 10. The Bulls, like I say, just a little personal play. They end up getting an outright win, guys. They end up getting an outright win, but that's enough of that. Let's get to today's games. We got plenty of games. It's just me and Jordan today, as you guys can see. So we're going to try to get to it. My guy, first game up, Rockets versus Pacers. Pacers coming off a huge overtime win. Now they come back to the house. Line open up at -2 for the Pacers, down to -1.5. Everybody in for the Rockets. They're coming off a tough loss. What do you think about your team here, Jordan, coming back to the house?
I'm glad you mentioned that tough loss, because that's really the only thing that's making me believe in this line shortening right now. Like the Pacers, I kind of feel the same way about this game as I did 2 days ago. If you watched the show with the Pelicans and Pacers game, like it's a situation where it was flip-flop. The Pacers were on the road and they're at home in this one, but it's a similar style of opponent, short kind of one possession spread here. And the total's coming down. That's the move that I missed. I saw it at 227 this morning, and I was about 10 minutes too late before it moved down to 225 at my book. I was trying to hit that under, so that would have been my lead on this game. I think initially, once again, I think I said this 2 days ago, and that spread between Indiana and New Orleans is just kind of a coin flip. I kind of feel the same way about this one, but the fact that the line shortened here has just surprised me a little bit. I figured the Pacers would get a little bit more respect, but Houston has kind of become somewhat of a public team now that they're healthy. But they're not fully healthy, and I do think that the Pacers, even though without T.J. Warren, still could give them a pretty good game and win this one pretty easily. So it's one of those with so many games on the slate. If it was a smaller slate of games today, I would probably get invested in this game. But there's really no need to if you got a coin flip game that you can't decide what to do with. you missed the move on the total like me. I think I'm just going to stay away from this one. Although I will say I lean under because the Rockets have been playing much slower this year. The Pacers have been playing a little bit faster, but not enough to really make that big of a difference in a total of 225 points. If the Pacers defense comes to play in this one, they could very easily cash the under this one. But once again, without Tony buckets to throw at James Harden and some of these guys, it makes me a little nervous, I think, for that. So I think I'm probably just going to stay away.
Exactly. I mean, the Pacers, you better get used to them without Tony buckets. So, sometimes teams step up. Sometimes they are missing them out there, but sometimes teams step up. I did have a slight lean to the Rockets here, especially with the circumstances of both teams in the last game. But obviously, Daniel House Jr. is not in this game, and Ben McLemore as well. You won't have him off the bench. So, for their Rockets team, they have a bunch of three-point guys over there, a bunch of 3-and-D type guys. I don't really like for them, if I want them in this game, I don't want them to be missing anyone, even though I do think that they could possibly come and sneak, surprise a lot of people here if they collectively get it going with Wall and Harden. I'm looking at the matchup schematically wise. Aaron Holiday in there is going to be a little bit too small. They're going to target him on defense. So with the Sabonis, you got Sabonis up against PJ Tucker. You got Miles Turner versus Christian Wood. It's a lot of good matchups in this game. You look at it across the board. The Rockets really do match up well with the Pacers, though. They really do. So, like I said, just be interesting to see how the Pacers look if they have a letdown off that big overtime win versus the Pelicans. Like I say, slight lean to the Rockets, but it really be nice for them to have Daniel House Jr. and Ben McLemore. No official play from me on this game. Jordan, real quick, any look on the total? Totals open up 226.5 down to 225. So you say you lean to the under? So you had
like I said, I think I would have grabbed it if I would have not been like 10 minutes too late on that 227, but now it's down to like 224.5, 225 on my book. I think the steam is heading in the right direction for this one for sure. So I think I still think 225 may be a good number. I just don't think I'm going to get there. Like I said, just because there's so many games today, I think there's going to be other opportunities for value. I'm just going to kind of sit back and I do have one official and another one that I'm going to probably make official too. So I'm just kind of trying to pick my spots a little bit more carefully tonight.
Hey, I'm all about that. I'm all about picking some spots now. I'm the spot guy in all these games. I'm not bad. They might be a new hashtag. What you say? What was that? Spot play Jay?
Spot play Jay. You are all about the spots and all about the I can't remember what else it is, but it's about the revenge and the spot plays.
That's another hashtag. We just found another one. But next game up, my guys. Nothing official me. Slight lean to Rockets. No play for me. Won't have any money on it. I will be watching it though. Next game up, my guys. Cavs versus the Magic. This is the little same little baseball revenge game. Back to back, whatever. Same arena. Magic opened up at -6, down to 5.5. Total opened up at 213, up to 214.5. Jordan, any looks on this one? Or you think the Cavs can bounce back in this spot?
There are just so many injuries for the Cavs right now. It's just hard for me to get behind them when they're without their second best player, Darius Garland. They're without Love. They're still without Kevin Porter, and then now they're missing Dante Exum as well. Like they're just like so many. They're down so many guards. Like if Sexton isn't like Superman out there, I don't see how they cover. That being said, the Magic have their injury concerns as well. We don't know if Evan Fournier is going to play tonight. He's been a huge portion of their offense. If he's down tonight, man, that's not a lot of points. And then the total's steaming over. Like I just don't know what to make of this game. Like I figured, like if Fournier's out, like they see the Garland's missing, like all these guards for Cleveland are down. Like it could be another sloppy game, like it was the other night. But for whatever reason, this total's going north, not south, and I just can't figure it out. Like I would get behind Cleveland if they were a little healthier here, absolutely, because I think Orlando's prowess this year is going to be their depth. And the fact that they have a lot of they're deep at guard and wing, which they are not right now by any means. So it's just it's like another one. It's hard for me to get invested in this game when I could see either team covering in this one. It is a lot of points for Orlando though right now. I know the Garland injury is not to be discounted whatsoever, but I still kind of go back to. It's regardless of injury, it's still a lot of points, especially how Cleveland lost the last game to them. There's going to be some sort of rebound and adjustments made. Whether or not it's worth 5.5, 6 points, it remains to be seen. I lean that direction. We're probably not going to get there.
Got you. Yeah, I'm going to get to the chat. I see a bunch of people talking in the chat, a bunch of people interacting. But a couple of things here. So the Magic so the game was closed for a while. Then the Magic pulled away, which, the -6 on the Magic in their first game was the right side, which we told you. Fournier was out, but Garland being out was a lot bigger for the Cavs. It's what they've been doing. Colin Sexton, which he's still been balling. Him and Garland together, their little tandem, they've been balling. They've been getting to the rim. They've been attacking the basket almost with like Trae Young is doing this year. They're stop shooting as many threes and attacking stacking the basket. They get Isaac Okoro back. They do get him back. They get a small forward back. They're missing Dante Exum did go out though with a confidence. He's going to be out for a while. That's kind of a big hit for the Cavs. So Exum and Garland are out for the Cavs. They do get Okoro back. On the Magic side, now they have Michael Carter Williams out, a guard off the bench. So it's going to be real interesting to see if Fournier comes back tonight. They will need him. I can't say if Fournier comes back, I would have a lean to the Magic. I don't have a play on this game. Like I say, Cavs are coming with revenge, but they're missing bodies. I mean, you look at this injury report, the injuries are loaned. Okoro is the only player they're getting back right now, so they're still thin. This Magic team is still coming. It's a short number. Like I said, if they get Fournier back, I'd be looking towards the Magic here, but it's still too up in the air for me. I want to got some guys in the chat, man. Somebody said, "Can I come work for J Money?" Man, I don't have no jobs. I don't have nobody work for me. I'm trying to cash tickets, man. Mark say, "My guy J Money Dougie fresh today." That George appreciate you, my guy. This card is BBQ barbecue chicken, Dr. Drain. That's what he said. The dude abides under is the best play. I can see it. Steven say he like Heat money line. Yo says Boston tonight. I think Isaiah Moore, J spots money. I can dig that. Money Mark, Magic revenge with no Garland. Now Magic just smacked them already. If anything, it's Cavs for revenge. Doesn't always work though. You can't just necessarily take just blindly revenge. I don't even know revenge against Dre. I don't blindly take the revenge. You still have to look at the numbers, still have to look at the matchups, and definitely still have to look at the injury report. My guys, definitely. J Money, that was Luke that said that. He tripped out on that one. Very, very befitting. I can dig it. Fading Raptors. What's up, Money Channel? Hey, Money Channel be on it too, man. I'm 15 ATS this season, NBA. You don't even have a name. You don't have a name in the chat. Somebody try to send 5, man. We can't take the money. I think you just sent it to SBR, bro. So we can't take any tips, bro. Try to get your I don't even think it'll let you send it anyway, Jordan. But just want to interact with the chat, my guys. I always tell people interact with the chat. Try to leave some comments after the show. We'll try to interact with you guys. Make you feel, you know what I'm saying, like you're in the show, Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hit that like and subscribe button if you don't mind too. That'll do more for us than any of the monetary donations for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know who you just sent the 5 to, bro, but
it's gone now.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's gone, bro. It ain't gonna let them send it. Somebody tried to send 10 a day. He said, "You didn't like me, J Money." What you mean, Alvin Smith? What you mean you didn't like me? I like everybody, man. Everybody, if you cool with me, then I'm cool with you, man. Jay looking at the Clippers. Oh, we're gonna get to it. Let's go. I can't get another haircut today, man. I can't. I might give myself a little edge up with the Clippers. Hey, Jordan.
Razor, you can line up a little bit.
I don't do
up here.
No, I don't
do
the straight razor. I got the little Andes. I just tighten myself up real quick.
Yeah, when I used to wear the short fade, I'd always get the straight razor lined all the way around, man. That's the greatest feeling in the whole world. But that's not the Clippers. That's
John Wick. Yeah, nah, you John Wick now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the short fade is long gone nowadays.
Chad, somebody just remind me, Joshua Hayward say when John Wick says hit the like button, you better hit the like.
Right, John Wick will find your ass.
Hey, John Wick and his dog will come get you. Oh, nah, right. Let's get to the money, man. Wizards versus 76ers. This line was up to 7, back down to 6.5 here. Jordan, the line opened up at 231. The bet over and under opened up at 231 up to 233. We know that the Wizards don't play a whole lot of defense. The 76ers do, but the Wizards are just run and gun. What you think here? Another over here, or you think that the Wizards plus the points, they have a letdown? What you looking at?
I'll start with the total. The direction of the total steaming, I think, is correct. These two teams do play a hell of a lot fast-paced, especially Washington. That's going to continue, and the only way they win this game outright is if they get the Sixers on their heels early. That being said, that's going to be a lot easier said than done because the Sixers' defense has been very good. And then even that being said, now, again, I want to ask you a question. Are we ready to anoint the Sixers as fixed already? Are we ready to look at their schedule and the teams that they have played, which, to be honest, is a lot of not very good teams? Like let's just be frank here for a second and look at the Philadelphia Sixers schedule here. Other than Toronto, who's obviously been struggling, and New York and Cleveland who have been playing well. I don't want to discount those two teams at all, but they have not played anybody. They have played a bunch of non-playoff teams, and that's going to continue until they get to Brooklyn tomorrow night, which I'm sure we'll get to on the show. But that being said, this is kind of a benchmark game a little bit for both of these teams because I do think that Philly has taken advantage of a soft schedule, and they were able to beat this Washington team, obviously, the first night of the season. So there's a little – we're now getting to the second time around for some of these teams that are not on these back-to-back little games against each other, which is kind of nice too. Because Washington, I do think, is very capable of covering the spread. So if I do have a lean on the spread, I definitely would take the points here with Washington. I'm just not quite ready to anoint the Sixers as Eastern Conference contenders just yet, based on from what I've seen. Yeah, their numbers have been impressive. They've looked really good. They've also haven't played anybody good. Let's give it a minute here before let's get them to start at least playing some teams like the Wizards, who are like borderline kind of around the playoff area and better. Then I'll be a little bit of a believer in the Sixers. Joel Embiid is playing like an MVP, and that's going to be the biggest thing for the Wizards tonight. Is I don't think Thomas Bryant has the ability to stop him one-on-one. That means you're going to have to double him, which means that there's going to be open 76er shooters on the perimeter all night tonight. So if you're banking on that, I do think the over is the right direction in this one here. But I still can't get over that. I'm not quite ready to give the Sixers their due just yet. That doesn't mean that I won't when the time is right. But I'm going to need to see it a little bit more against some better teams than just, the Charlotte Hornets and the Orlando Magic down half their team and, on and on, et cetera, et cetera.
No, and I'm with you on that. And that's kind of how I feel. So that's how I feel. And I'm staying away from this game. I don't have a bet on it. I mean, we always talk it out, and I could. But I guess I was leaning towards taking the points, but I'm not sure that I'm ready to put that the Wizards are like a competent team. So we was high on the Wizards. I'm not ready to sell on them yet, but I mean, they still don't play any defense. Westbrook pretty much had to have a career game, the last game, to, for them to come and get the win. I'm not saying they're going to have a letdown, but I mean, that was a pretty huge win, over a much needed one, their first win with Russell Westbrook over there. So my thing is, can they play some defense? Can Thomas Bryant be enough to kind of, I don't know, if they get the double teaming, they like the 76ers do have some 3-point shooters over there now. Like, you can't leave Seth Curry open. I mean, Danny Green, he's not really shooting, but Tobias Harris and Curry, you can't really leave them wide open. So if that's the whole thing. We know that's the thing with the 76ers and Embiid. They are somewhat taking a step up from competition, in my opinion, from the Hornets. So it'll be interesting to see. I guess I was leaning towards taking the Wizards, but I just don't have a good feel for this game. The Wizards are still just so iffy. I don't know what I'm going to get from them. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? If they came to play, they could win this game, but the 76ers play a lot more defense. So if they can stop them, or you know what I'm saying, if they get going on offense, it can be ugly. Like if Embiid is having a monster game and nobody can stop him, it's not gonna be pretty, man. But I'm with you on that, and I really feel like the bench, you know what I'm saying, the benches might be pretty even here. Mm-hmm. I can see why the line kind of came down from that 7. It's just I don't when I feel like anything can happen in the game, I don't really like to bet it, Jordan. I like to be sure on it, but you say you lean over though, right?
I would think so, just because the Wizards, like I said, the Wizards are going to try from the very tip to dictate the pace of this game, and I think Philly might oblige them. Like they're pretty. I think they're both like top 10 or 12 in pace right now to start the season. That wouldn't surprise me to see that the same way to end the year. So if you're going by that notion, and the fact that Washington is probably going to give up 130 points tonight, then yeah, I mean, that I would say the over is the right direction. But yeah, I mean, it all really depends on is Philly defensive metrics for real so far this season against a pretty competent team like Washington. I think they gave up like 107 to the Wizards in the first game, so that's pretty good. But if they need to do that again if they want to win this game by margin. So I think that. For me, I just don't know if that's going to happen the second time around. We all talk about every single time, like the more these two teams play each other, the more the defense does come to play a little bit more, but also there's adjustments on the offensive end too. And I think the Wizards are versatile enough to do some of that tonight, especially because they were missing they had Bertans on a minutes limit still. They're missing some guy like Rui was out, I believe, that first game. They've gotten a little bit better since then. I'd feel a little bit more confident, like I said, in the Wizards taking points tonight than I do the Sixers laying them right now.
Got you. So the Wizards are so the Sixers are 4-0 at the house. Like you say, that first game, I remember the Wizards was actually hanging with them as well. Mm-hmm. The 76ers had to pull away to win that one by 6.5. So I mean, we meet like I say, I definitely lean the Wizards here, especially being a revenge spot. They're getting one less point. They're getting a lot more respect in this game, which, you know what I'm saying, trends towards the Wizards being like the right side in this one. I heavy lean to the Wizards, man. Heavy. Like, that's the only way that I've been looking in that game is taking the points. Because, like I say, if it's a dog that I feel like can win outright, then I'll be looking towards them. But no official play. Well, I hadn't played anything on it yet. But yeah, the Wizards, it doesn't look bad with a nice little revenge spot there, catching the points. They got to play some defense though, bro. They have to do that. Guys, I want to talk about. Let's get to this next game: Hornets versus the Hawks. Guys, the Hawks. I mean, because they looked really good, and then they didn't look so good. I mean, at the house, they've been really struggling. I'm gonna tell you something though, Jordan. When teams like the Hawks, a really good offensive team, a really young team like that likes to shoot the ball, when they play really good defensive teams, or even somewhat I'd say above average defensive team, things may go south for them. You see what happened versus the Knicks, which I watched the game. They did get up 13 and pitch the lead away. The Knicks have a lot better defense than the Hornets. Jordan, the Hornets are going to come in here and try to run with the Hawks, and I don't know if that's what they want to do. I mean, that's the only thing that the Hornets do. I don't know if it's going to bode well for them against Atlanta. Atlanta's coming off a couple of home losses at the house. They're pissed. They're playing a team now that doesn't play a whole lot of defense. Nobody on their team scares. Like, I'm looking at the matchup wise. Nobody on the other side scares me. You know what I'm saying? Like, PJ Washington versus Collins. Okay, Biyombo versus Capella. I mean, like, come on now, stop it. Who you gonna have versus Trae Young? He been getting into the whole time, and their bench is light years better. Stop it, man. I like the Hawks here in the first half, minus the 3.5. I didn't take them full game, only because I got some tied in with the money line. But I like the Hawks to come out here hot, and I don't think they're finna lose this one versus the Hornets. I don't think they lose 3 at the house. It's not just the cap. I like everything with the numbers. Their offense, like I say, they're playing a team that's not a great defensive team. So everything works in their favor. Hornets going to try to come in here and run with the Hawks, and that's not going to work. And the Hawks are better defensive than the Hornets. What you got here, Jordan? You look at the numbers, the first half numbers, Jordan. I guarantee you look at the Hawks in the first half here as well.
We are 100% on the same page in that one. This is the play I teased earlier in the show that I haven't locked in yet, but I am getting very close. The Hornets have the 23rd ranked first half defense so far in the NBA. That only goes down when you account for just their road games. And obviously, what you talked about is very, very true. Atlanta has not been that sharp on defense lately, and for several reasons. They're missing some bodies right now. Obviously, I think that's the biggest thing. But Bogdan Bogdanović is going to be playing tonight, which is big for them. And you're right. Coming off of their last 2 games, off the high of winning that Brooklyn game, they have officially crashed back down to earth after beating Brooklyn. And I think we see a little bit of positive movement forward here tonight from the Atlanta Hawks on their third home game in this stand. They should be rested. They should have been stewing and practicing pretty hard over the last one. And you're right. They are on paper and in practice an immensely better team than the Charlotte Hornets. Now, the Charlotte Hornets have been scrappy. I don't want to take anything away from them right now, but there is, like you said, in the first half, once that initial 6-8 minutes of the game goes by and the Hornets probably stay pretty close, then you get into a part of the game where the Hawks are bringing in players that could start for the Hornets off their bench. That's the problem you're going to face. So, I mean, it comes down to, like you said, are they capable of making that run in first quarter, beginning of the second quarter, getting up by 8-10 points, and then kind of cruise into a first half cover? I think so. I put this number at about 5 for the first half. So at 3.5, what you're getting right now, it's definitely a value. I even see a 4 popping out right now. So yeah, we may just have to make that official, my guy, because we are well on the same page of this one on the Hawks first half.
Gotcha. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I got the money on the 3.5. I mean, you can make it. I'm making it official.
I need to make it official, I guess.
Yeah, we own it. What I was going to say is Hornets had the day off in Atlanta as well, man. So hey, I mean, you know what I'm saying. Last night was Tuesday, $2 Tuesday. So hey, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna have to go look at PJ Washington. He'll show his stuff on Instagram and on Snapchat. So I gotta go check out I gotta go check out Devontae Graham and PJ Washington Instagrams. And they was partying last night. I gotta check. But no, it's going to be a real good game. And I know that the Hornets coming off those couple of losses versus 76ers. In my opinion, the Hornets kind of sort of crashing back down to earth. Their offense can surprise some teams. But like I say, I don't think the Hawks going to take them lightly tonight. The Hornets don't play enough defense to stifle the Hawks. You look at all the matchups, like Jordan said. I mean, when you got Bogdanović and Kevin Huerter coming off the bench, I mean, even Solomon Hill's coming out there hitting threes as a nice 3-and-D guy. You know what I'm saying? These guys have some ballers over here. They have high aspirations this year. They lost 2 straight at the house. I think they're coming tonight. The Hornets, it's going to be a fun game to watch. A lot of offense, in my opinion. I don't play totals, but I would lean over. But I think that the Hawks are coming to play here, and I think that numbers is a little short. I lean Hawks full game. I'm on them in the first half. I think they come out hot. I wouldn't even argue anybody off Hawks first quarter as well. We got 678 watching. See if we get to 700, man. See if we can get to 700. But yeah, Hawks first half for me and my guy Jordan. I lean first quarter and the full game for the Hawks. I could see this as a trifecta spot if they really do come to play. Look at the matchups in this one across the board. I like the matchups. Next game up, Jordan. Jazz versus the Knicks, my guy. Jazz versus the Knicks. The Knicks are gonna look sexy here. They're gonna look like a sexy play. I'll tell you this. And I'm going to tell you what I've been doing, Jordan. The Knicks coming off a 4-game road trip. And first game back at the house. Yeah. First game back at the house. I got Jazz first half -4. That's what I'm on. Jazz first half. It is a back-to-back for the Jazz, Jordan, but I still think that they played a terrible game last night. Don't get it twisted. When you come off getting your ass smacked like that, you're gonna remember it. It's not really travel. Stop all that. It's a back-to-back. They stayed the same hotel, it's a back-to-back. Nobody played over 30 minutes. The Jazz, you can't sleep on them just yet. I mean, I took the Spurs and they come out there and smack them. The Knicks are good. They're getting better. They play defense. They're not doing that bully ball inside tonight. They're running up against a team that's better defensively than them, light years better offensively than them. They're coming in pissed. Knicks, first game back at the house. It's a sleepy spot, sluggish spot, 4-game road. We've been talking about it. Jazz first half for me, official. What you think, Jordan?
I do not dislike that play one bit. The revenge kind of bounce back narrative is going to be very much higher, I think, this year in the NBA, just with the way the schedule is constructed. This is a perfect example. With the limited travel, you're playing in the same city 2 nights in a row against 2 different teams, and coming off the way that they looked last night, you're right. If they don't come to play tonight, I think we can panic sell all of our Utah Jazz shares after tonight, because if they look like obviously the Brooklyn Nets are a different story, but if you come out and get beaten by the New York Knicks tonight when the Knicks are 7.5-point underdogs at home, I think that you definitely have to do some soul searching. But that being said, I agree. I do keep coming back to that. This line's going to keep lengthening, and that's probably the reason I'm not going to pick the Knicks here in this one. But I would kind of be interested in potentially like a first quarter, first half under in this one. It does kind of be trending in that direction, but I don't think I'm going to get there simply because the Jazz offense is good enough when they're playing at their peak to really put a hurting on this Knicks defense, regardless of how good they played. Now, the Knicks defense has been trending in the right direction, man. You look at their last 2, 3, 4 games. They're one of the best defenses in the league right now. That can be a little bit misleading, but they have played some pretty good talent into that stretch. So it's not at all going to surprise me to see the Knicks cover this one, but it wouldn't surprise me at all to see the Jazz cover either. So I do think that's probably one I'm going to stay away from. But I do like that first half play. Maybe even the first quarter. That first quarter is at 2 also for the Jazz too. So if you're going to hit the Jazz, I would definitely do it early rather than later, because this line's just steaming upward. They're going to get hit with a still more money. Wouldn't surprise me to see. I see an 8 poking out right now, so it wouldn't surprise me to see that market close at 8 by the time tip-off happens tonight.
Gotcha. Yeah, they got the Bucks on deck. They do have the Bucks on deck. It's a back-to-back for the Jazz. Like I say, we got 704 watching. Jazz looked lost last game. Guys, don't get it and don't have too much recency bias. Sometimes, like, you watch the game, it's not necessarily one team didn't come to play. It's one team that really did. You see what I'm saying? You really look at a lot of people don't really like the narratives, but you look at the situation of the game. One team was really pissed off. They was tired. One team been winning, one team been losing. One team was like really pissed off, right? So they come out there and smack them. Yeah, after a while, the Jazz aren't going to look good when one team's coming out super pissed. Kyrie going 9 for 9. They got, more points than you in the first quarter. You losing, was losing 35-14 in the first quarter? Mm-hmm. It's not so much of the Jazz. That was more the Knicks came to play. They switched up their lineup. They brought the defense, brought the rebounding, everything. Just the Jazz, they know what happened last night. Gobert know what happened. He got murdered last night. He got punked by Jared Allen. Yeah, Jared Allen. Yeah. Give me some of that money. Give me some of your country. I'm taking a fourth of your pay after. But nah, they feel some type of way, guys. I know what type of team that the Jazz are. They're a hard-nosed team. Donovan Mitchell, he even started to get cooking last night. They had a bad game. They called off the dogs after a while. Nobody played over 29 minutes. I like the Jazz in the first quarter and in the first half. I'm on them already in the first half. I think I'm going to hop on Jazz first quarter on that -2 as well. They coming out high. And like I say, the main thing here, it's a bet on the Jazz, but this is a bet against the Knicks. And like I said, I'm not on it in the full game, and I don't think that the Jazz will run out of gas. I think they're gonna smack them so damn hard that it's not gonna matter. That back-to-back's not gonna matter. This is a fade of the Knicks coming off a 4-game road trip. First game off of a couple of wins, so a damn good road trip as well. I'm gonna be doing this all year. They went 3-1 on the road trip. Yeah, Knicks are back. Yeah, defense is lovely. Yeah. This ain't the Hawks, bro. You're not finna come in here and punk them inside Julius Randle like you did the Hawks, bro. It's not finna happen, man. They hot tonight. They just got their ass smacked by 34. They're coming in hot tonight. I'm finna put some money on Jazz first quarter. I'm on them first half -4. I think they come out hot. It's a smash spot, man. My one partner told me, he said, one thing I got from you, man, is smash spots. Give me Jazz, bro, first half. Yeah, I like it. Oh, Christian Wood, questionable.
Hello.
I got the Fantasy Labs, my guys. I be on Twitter. I got the beat writers. I'm on Fantasy Labs. I got to come up. I'm gonna be notified on my phone when some shit's coming up. So that's what, if y'all want to know what the injury reports I'll be looking at. But yeah, Jazz first quarter, first half for me, man. Let's get to the next one. Ooh, another dandy. Celtics versus Heat, my guy. Celtics versus Heat. I hope it's a good day. I hope it's a good day. Yeah, line open up at they say, Jay, you talking wild. I can see it, man. I understand. I could be wrong. Nothing's guaranteed, guys. I'll tell you that. Nothing's guaranteed, but I'm just telling you how I'm looking at it, how I'm looking at the games, my angles, and what my money's on. Official plays for me. Heat open up at -2.5, Jordan up to 3. The total's locked at 218. A lot of moving parts here. I don't think nobody's sitting for the Celtics. If somebody slipped and said it, Jordan, that they've been waiting on this game.
Yeah.
He slipped. Robert Williams slipped and said it. We've been waiting on this game. And I'm going to tell you, Jordan, I'm going to let you go because I've probably been talking too much. My bad, Jordan. Go ahead.
You're straight. I completely agree with you. I think that the fact that Teague and Smart are still questionable may just be a formality at this point, because you're right. This was one that they had circled basically as soon as the schedule came out. So the fact that it's lengthening, though, in favor of Miami is a little concerning to me, but also, like, we've seen some favorites lengthen, and it just could be the complete wrong side so far to start this season. So I'm not going to put too much credence in the steam here heading towards Miami's direction. But I'm a little bit more of a believer in the Boston Celtics after the other night without Marcus Smart and what they did to the Raptors. Now, granted, that says a lot about what the Raptors are going through right now, too. I don't want to, discount that at all. We'll talk about that here in just a second. But the Celtics are for real, and I don't think I've given them enough credit so far this year. Between Brown and Tatum, those two are better both be on the All-Star team, is all I got to say. Because I don't know many other teams with two players that are going to be All-Stars who are under, 25 years old, or I don't know how. But Jason Tatum's obviously will be 19 years old forever, but that's another story as well in its entirety. But yeah, Boston, to me, taking points tonight at 3.5. Once again, it's just kind of like the Nets the other night. They're going to continue to get faded here by the public, and then there's going to be some redirection here if this line touches 3.5 or 4, and you're going to see a ton of money coming on the Boston Celtics. That's all I'm saying on this one. I don't know if I'm getting involved in the Boston Celtics tonight, but that would be where I would go with this one, because I think the Miami Heat, I'm still not quite ready to give them. They're one of those. I feel put them in the same category as the Sixers right now. Not as much as the Sixers, I think, because Miami proved last year who they are and who they're capable of, but they're still dealing with some issues at that forward position. They're going to need to make a trade or something to do what they did to bring in Jay Crowder last year. Do it again this year. Bring in somebody that's going to be that play that role that, your boy, what's your boy's for Dallas? James Johnson plays for Dallas. They need somebody to do the dirty work other than Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler can't be one of your top scorers and doing all the dirty work. You got to get somebody else to do a little bit of the dirty work. Boston's got tons of guys to do the dirty work, especially if Smart comes back tonight. So, lead Celtics. I need to see it. I need to see it tonight from the Heat before I'm ready to believe in them again.
If you think Marcus Smart's sitting this shit out, you crazy as hell. Now, that's one thing. So some things with the injury reports, and I saw him sitting out the last game, and I say, why are you sitting out? They're resting. This is what they're doing. Him and Tig, they're resting. They don't want to play. They're like, this next game. And I'm going to tell you something, Jordan. This is the sign of a team. Every year you got to get better and better, guys. You just got to notice certain things. Just after losing one thing so many times, you got to get better. Start learning from your mistakes. I'm starting to see with when a team is hot, They're hot. It doesn't matter. I'm watching the Celtics versus Raptors. Van Fleet hit like 4 threes in the first quarter. They damn near got up by like 15, 16, if I'm not mistaken, in the first quarter. I mean, I know double digits for sure. Raptors come out and smack the Celtics. Celtics kind of look lethargic, maybe let down spot. I say to myself, the Raptors were the side in this one. It's early. You know what the Celtics did? They just chipped away. I'm talking about they looked terrible in that first quarter. They just kept playing. They didn't get down. They kept playing the game against a team a good defensive team, offense still in there. The Raptors came to play in that one. Don't get it mistaken. The Celtics go out there and smack them by 20, bro. I mean, it really, without Smart and Teague, bro, it really showed me something. It really did. I mean, this is with the Raptors playing with playoff revenge.
And I said Peyton Pritchard rookie gave him 25 points too. I mean, like they just got players, dude. They just have so many players.
They showed me something there. I think there's no fucking way Teague and Smart sit this one out. I just read before the show came on, and I wasn't going to bet this game. I just read before the show that Robert Williams, and this is from a beat writer, inside info, Robert Williams says, we've been waiting on this game.
Months.
And that's what he says.
About 4 months they've been waiting on this game.
It is the playoff revenge, guy, and I'm gonna tell you nothing's guaranteed. And I wasn't gonna hop on it. I'm gonna put something on the Celtics. I have to. With Robert Williams saying we've been waiting on this game, and it'll playoff revenge. Celtics in better form, in my opinion, this year. Their new pieces hadn't necessarily gelled right now. The Heat are still a great squad. They could win and cover this game, guys. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying Celtics a lot, but I'm just telling you how I'm thinking, and I have to put something on it with Robert Williams saying that with their form of late and with them being so hot in the zone, with all their players meshing quick, the coach, the playoff revenge, put me down for Celtics +3. The players are playing. When you see them when you see Marcus Smart and Teague ruled in, the line's going to go back to maybe 2. If you like Celtics, you take it now. If you like the Heat, I'm telling you, wait, it'll probably go down to -1. I'm telling you this. Smart is not missing this game, bro. And there's one thing I know I say kind of foresee a bunch of injuries. Marcus Smart and Teague, they're coming. The Celtics are coming. Give me the dog here, +3, playoff revenge. Jordan, damn, man, and I didn't even think I was going to take it, but I have to.
I think we're on the same page again in this one too. So these spots are too good to pass up in some instances.
I have to, bro. Nothing's guaranteed, and I'm gonna cool off, guys. I know, don't just blindly always bet regular units. Don't be out there betting so much. I'm gonna cool off. I'm not gonna hit plays forever. It doesn't work that way. You're due for negative regression, due for positive regression. I had to throw that in there, guys, because I know it's been hidden, but every play is not gonna hit. It doesn't work that way. I wish. I wouldn't even probably be on here but let's get to it, man. Let's get to the next one. Next game up, Dodge. It's another one. But I'm gonna tell you, Jordan, this is one where I think a lot of people could possibly lose money. Y'all know I'm not a big fan of the Suns, though. I was leaning Suns, but what you think with this one, Jordan? The Raptors look terrible. I know I'm still not sold on the Suns, though. But I guess I am, because they came back from down 30 versus the Clippers. They showed me something. What you think here, Jordan? You think the Suns keep smashing the Raptors?
I think the Suns are for real. Yeah, I'm not. This is what I'm about to say has almost nothing to do with the Phoenix Suns. But the Raptors cannot continue to play this bad forever. Like they are too talented. And too, I think, still motivated enough and deep enough to really dig themselves out of this hole. Is it going to happen tonight? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be taking points with Toronto tonight. I'm not going to get into that business. But like you said, the continuance of getting beat the way they kind of are, which is basically like they're not playing very good defense. They've given up over 120 or more points in their last 2. Sooner or later, that or their offense is going to change. They haven't been shooting the ball that well either. So I mean, there's the avalanche is going to start reversing a little bit. We've talked. That's kind of the theme of the show. It seems like almost it's either the regression is or positive progression in this show has been the theme today. Toronto's due, man. They're really due for either making some shots or playing better defense. One of those two things could happen tonight. They could end up with this cover. Now, let me slip over to the Phoenix side real quick, because I know we got more games to get to, and I don't have a play on this game right now, so I'll be quick. But the Suns, I'm not quite ready to, I think, trust their ability to play this with keep up some of their play that they've been playing with over the season. Now, granted, they did lose the Clippers. They almost came back, so that was a little bit of a taste of what kind of the regression that they were going to after a hot start. But is that going to be a continuance here tonight if Toronto gets out to a hot start, maybe like they did a couple nights ago against the Celtics, and then maybe, hey, they can actually like lock in their defense and keep that lead? That's what I'm a little worried about here for the people who are piling on the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns seem to me tonight like probably one of the most public bets of the evening.
Boy.
I cannot come up with one team that the public's going to be more excited about. Maybe other than the Pellies. Maybe the Pellies are a little bit more of a public team tonight. But it's the Toronto's going to reverse course here eventually. I don't think that they're going to be this bad forever. That's all I'm saying. But Phoenix in itself is going to see some public money tonight. We'll see if that's the right side or not. Public's right sometimes, but they're wrong a lot too. So
two players I can't stand the most in this game: Chris Paul versus Kyle Lowry. Oh my God, I can't stand either one.
Flop City.
Oh my God, there's no way I could watch this game, bro. There's no way I could put money on this game. I know it's kind of somewhat biased. I'll be honest, I can't stand either one of these teams, but I do think that this is going to be a public trap. I know that the Suns have been real good, but I do think that the Raptors are still going to be coming. They still have the defense. I don't know, bro. I really look at this team like a wash. I mean, the Suns are good. They are, but I got a funny feeling about this one. I really do, guys. No play for me. Let's talk about this last game. That's a real intriguing game. I might have to watch it just because, like, if I don't have no money on the game, I can watch it real good. Like the next game, I watched that one real nice too, though. But
that was easy to watch.
That'll be the one to watch.
That was really easy to watch.
That was the one to watch. No, but Clippers versus Warriors. So let's see. We got the Kawhi probably will sit here. He'll probably sit and you get PG back to back. I like Clippers off a loss, guys. People think they're frauds. I like the Clippers off a loss. I like them. I think the Clippers got a lot to prove this year. Warriors have looked great past 2 games. They look great. You're facing a little bit different beast here. I'll put it like this. I'll respect the Warriors if they win this game. And this isn't a wait and see or none of that. I like the Clippers off a loss for one, and we'll see if the Warriors are really back. I may have, and will probably be a little smaller, but I'm gonna have some smaller on Clips -1. I will. I think they win this game. I love the Clips off a loss, and Warriors starting to get a little tad too much credit. They was just underdogs to the Kings, man. Stop it.
They shot the lights out too the last 2 games also. Like
Yeah.
Once again, here we go. Theme of the show today. That can't continue against the Los Angeles Clippers because they did it against Portland, one of the worst defensive teams in the league so far to start the season. Sacramento, they're not bad defensively, but they're not good either. So I mean, like that. Let's pump the brakes on Golden State. Running. I mean, everybody was ready to throw this team in the dumpster like 4 days ago. It's just really funny how everybody just turns around and now, like you said, it's. The conversation is now the Golden State's an underdog at home against a team coming off a back-to-back, but after what they just did, we got a pile of money on it. So once again, it's stop trying to be smarter than your average bear. You gotta really try to look at this from both sides when you're playing this game. It's almost impossible to win it if you cannot envision kind of like be the lawyer in this situation and look at both sides of this thing. I hate that term, but in this case, it's right. It's a 50-50 game, and you got. A situation where the Warriors do seem like they're a pretty good value, but at the same time, the Clippers are coming off a bad loss. And regardless of if they're with Kawhi or not tonight, they can still win this game. They're a deep team. They're much deeper than Golden State. They have the ability to shut down defensively. I think that the yesterday's game was just kind of another one of those instances where San Antonio is going to be, on live nights. They came to play. They come to play every night. They're one of the best, literally one of the best coaches in the history of this game. And they have a lot of young talent that don't. I mean, Keldon Johnson's just morphing in front of our eyes. So like I don't think Golden State has outside of Steph Curry. Like they don't have all the young hosses like San Antonio does that just go out there and play with reckless abandon. The Clippers are a much different matchup for this Golden State team. I'm not getting invested in this game. I wouldn't doubt that you're on the Clippers tonight though, because I love the bounce back narratives, bro. So maybe the thing is like that. The thing that worries me is they are off a back-to-back. So like maybe Maybe I'd probably lean more towards like a first quarter or first half bet on the Clippers in the full game, but the value's there. You're only getting them -1, so it's not that big of a deal. I think for your sake, I think easily the better play would probably be to go the full game, just because it's basically the same number. So I mean, you're getting basically the same price. You might as well play 4 quarters instead of just one and deal with the not have to deal with all the variables. So I don't think I'm getting involved, but I definitely respect the lean tonight on the Clippers.
Exactly, and so this is a little home. So they're gonna play again as well on the 8th. Again, we are running out of time, guys. We got 8:41 watching, guys. Shattering records. I mean, we keep shattering records like this. We're gonna have a petition for a raise for me and Jordan. Hey, we're gonna
have to hold out on our contract negotiations.
Hey, we might have to get a raise. We get to 1,000, man. So I'm just saying, we straddling the records. It's the only thing I'm saying, man. But Jordan, break them off with your picks, my guy.
Yeah, I got one. That we didn't talk about. It wouldn't be a NBA show here on SBR if we didn't talk about Oklahoma City real quick. But I don't have a play on the Thunder. I just have a play on the under of that game at 214 to the hook. It's starting to go down though, 213.5. Different New Orleans team that we've seen in past. This team's playing defense and playing super slow. They're like the 26th, 28th ranked pace team in the league. Oklahoma City is one of the only teams right now that's averaging less than 100 points per 100 possessions. The way they've been playing offense right now shouldn't be too hard for Stan Van Gundy to devise a way to slow down Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and company tonight. And then on the flip side, they're just going to pound. They're just going to pound the ball inside Zion, Steven Adams, Bi. They're going to get these guys in foul trouble and kind of just grind this game out. I think so. I think it's just game script wise, really probably my lone official right now. But I am going to jump on Hawks with you my first half. So I think those are my 2 for today. Hawks first half 3.5, and then under 2. I'll do for the show. We'll do 213.5 for that line on OKC New Orleans.
Got you. Yeah, I'm looking at the minutes last night. Luke Kennard did play 38 minutes. He's still kind of a young player. Batum 36. I don't like that. He may not. Like, I'm just kind of looking towards like the injury report or whatever for the Clippers. It is a back-to-back. You said something there. I'm gonna go with the Clippers in the first half instead of full game, even though I still think they get the win. Just the fact that it is the back-to-back could potentially catch up with them. I still think that the Clippers will win this game. I still think that it's Smack City. My guys in the chat, they say, "Hey, Smack City." Hey, I like the Clippers in the first half, but we're gonna go. So let's go to officials. Jay's official plays, man. And I wasn't playing about that. Yeah, you know what's up, Abby. Yeah, I know. Hey, you need that cheddar, man. They gotta come. They gotta come with that cheddar, man, or somebody else. But official plays for me. Hawks first half -3.5. I'm on the Jazz first half -4. Give me Jazz first quarter as well, -2. Money's already on the first half -4 for sure. I mean, Boston's up to 3.5 now. But I'm on. It's a little smaller, guys. But put me down for official Celtics +3.5 as well. If he say they coming, I believe him. You dig what I'm saying? I believe him. I know he is. And Clippers first half as well. I'll make that one official as well. I like him on the bounce back. If the Warriors do get hot in the second half, Beverly versus Curry, I like it. I actually love it. I'm going to be watching this one. We got to get out of here, man, but we appreciate y'all for watching. Junior will be back as well. Junior, I said, let us know what you own in the chat as well, Junior. I think he was in the chat. We appreciate y'all for watching. Hit the like button. 866 watching live. 866. And if we keep winning, Jordan, it's going to get to a band.
It's going to get to 1,000. Let's get to 1,000.
Oh, boy, if we get to 1,000.
I won't be here tomorrow, but I expect 1,000 people in the chat watching on Friday with the next big slate. So, because you can't expect the people to show up on the small slates. But, hey, we give out great plays regardless of the size of the slate. So that's just a little tip for tomorrow.
Small slate, and there's more games to focus in on. Laser and tunnel vision, baby. We got to get out of here. We appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for jamming with J Money. Go to SBR Picks /NBA. Check out all the articles and hit the like button, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in.